that life jacket that was supposed to save my life is actually what almost killed me. Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be telling you about the time that I almost died. This is a pretty quick story, but you guys really enjoyed the other Storytime video that I posted, so I thought that you guys might like to hear the story too. If you're new here, I'm Britt, and I would appreciate if you stuck around by subscribing. And with that, let's just jump into the story. This story is the one and only time that I have had a near-death experience in my life. And I was 8 years old when it happened. My family went to Hawaii for the first time. Well, first time for me. My parents had been to Hawaii. We went to Maui and it was a super fun vacation. I still remember bits and pieces of it because 8, you're pretty young, but you're not that young. The part where I almost died. Yeah, I almost died on our family vacation to Hawaii. I seem to remember the waves being quite rough during our time there. I don't know if it was just a particularly rough beach or a rough time of year or what, but I remember there was times that like my sister tried to boogie board and she got like beat up, and I remember there being a time when I was playing in the ocean and the waves coming and like knocking me down and being kind of really aggressive. But the story's not what you think. I wasn't just swimming in the ocean and then I drowned. It's a little more complicated than that. One of the days we were in Hawaii, we saw that there was this gigantic water trampoline out in the ocean. I'll put a picture of one if you've never seen one of these before. It's kind of like a giant inflatable tube, but there's a trampoline on it. So this trampoline was actually like on the water. It wasn't like a normal trampoline risen above the water, like it was actually floating on the water like a tube. So I loved trampolines. I was a cheerleader and I did tumbling for many years of my life. I had a trampoline. So when I saw this trampoline on the water, of course I wanted to go on it. So my parents went and talked to the guy who like owned the trampoline or the trampoline company or whatever and paid, I'm assuming they paid, for my sister and I to go jump on the trampoline. It was quite a ways out, like you had to swim out to get it because of course it needs to be in like deep enough water. And so because I was 8 years old and I completely knew how to swim, but you know, wasn't the strongest swimmer in an ocean, as most 8-year-olds probably wouldn't be, I was wearing a life jacket. And my parents told me that if I'm gonna jump on the trampoline, I have to wear the life jacket just in case I fall off. It's pretty far out there, like I need to be safe. What they didn't know is that life jacket that was supposed to save my life in case of an accident is actually what almost killed me. So we swim out there, we're jumping. I can't remember if there was anybody else on the trampoline or if it was just my sister and I, but we were out there for a little while having fun, and then all of a sudden, a gigantic wave mixed with a huge gust of wind literally lifted the trampoline up, like standing up, and then flipped it completely upside down. So we were on this trampoline that literally got lifted by the winds and the waves and flipped it upside down. So I didn't just fly off like you might and pop right back up because I had a life jacket on in case something like that happened. No, the trampoline flipped upside down and trapped me underneath it. Like I said, I knew how to swim. In a normal situation, I could probably just fine get myself out from under that trampoline, but I was stuck. My life jacket hooked onto something. I think I might have been near the ladder, I can't remember. It hooked onto something to where I couldn't free myself. I was stuck laying face down, so my belly down, my back up, so whatever it was stuck on behind me, like I could not reach back and free myself. So I was trapped underneath this gigantic water trampoline, stuck underwater, face down. Yeah, so had I not had that life jacket on, I probably would have been able to swim out because I wouldn't have been stuck, but the life jacket made me stuck under the trampoline. I'm sure when this happened, my parents were like, oh my God, and they didn't see me pop right up like I should have wearing a life jacket. I'm pretty sure my sister got out just fine. She wasn't wearing a life jacket because she's quite a bit older than me. I think she got out fine, but I was not popping out. Thank God my parents and the guy who like owned this trampoline were paying attention, because they swam out to me immediately. Had they not been paying attention and they didn't notice right away that I had flipped and that I hadn't popped up, like I honestly might have drowned to death. So my dad and the guy swam out. Again, it was like pretty far out, so they had to, you know, really swim. And I think one of them like lifted the trampoline a bit and one of them unhooked me. Thankfully, I was towards the edge of the trampoline so that I was like easily found. I don't know if they might have been able to actually see like my legs and that's how they found me, but my upper body was completely stuck underneath it. At least that's how I remember it. My parents watch these videos, so you can tell me if that's different, but I vividly remember being stuck and trapped underneath that trampoline and my dad and the guy coming and getting me out. And I remember them asking like, has this ever happened before? And like I was like, no, this has never happened before. Like it's never flipped upside down. It was just kind of a freak thing that happened and it almost killed me. Like honestly, had they not been paying attention, I could have very easily drowned to death if I wasn't able to free myself. And that's pretty much it. I just remember being really scared. I just remember being stuck under there and like not knowing what to do and feeling kind of frantic. I survived. I don't have a fear of water. I like still love the water. I've mentioned in previous videos that I grew up on the water. I was a swimmer in high school. I spent like every weekend at the lake. I love the ocean. Like it didn't scar me for life, but what has scarred me for life is water trampolines. I will never ever set foot on a water trampoline again in the ocean. Maybe a lake where waves aren't coming, but I will never go on a water trampoline in the ocean. So if you ever come across one, just be careful or don't wear a life jacket and get trapped. That is my word of warning. But yep, I survived. I'm still here. I'm fine. I'm not scarred for life. The rest of the vacation was great. I still have great memories from that vacation and I still love Hawaii. So everything is okay. If you like this video and you like story times, then give it a thumbs up. I don't have a whole lot of stories, but I kind of just thought of this one today and realized that it would be kind of an entertaining one to share. So I might have other ones like that that pop up in my mind every so often. So if you like that kind of video, then give it a thumbs up. And like I said before, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you part of my little YouTube family. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. If you're new here, I am Britt, and I would appreciate... I almost died. I almost died.